Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kronos World. Today we're playing Monsterhearts, our second session. I'm your GM. I'm Genji. That's me. And we're going to welcome our players. So, today we have Eric playing the werewolf, Fenris. We have Snowy playing the queen, Alaric.
Hello.
And we have Corpse or Anthony playing Alistair, the worm. Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be missing Abigator, who usually plays Ziggy, unfortunately, but we're going to play on. So, what happened last session? We met...
Oh, sorry, I thought that wasn't a rhetorical question.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we introduced all our characters. We got into some high school teenage squabbles. We did a little bit of shutting people down. We did a lot of shutting people down, actually. We found out that one student, Edward Masamune, an aspiring musician, is doing a gig tonight at the Dance Macabre, which I know several characters plan to attend. And we had a new transfer student that constantly got in a fight with the werewolf, Fenris. He got in 2 fights in 2 subsequent periods, but during the lunch period, during that fight, the werewolf decided that maybe now would be a good time to turn into a werewolf. And in front of the entire class, every single person in the grade. And then he ran out after everybody saw that he turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
He eventually managed to get home naked, but things were looking pretty bad for him.
That's about it. Thank you for the short summary. Let's see. I suppose we will go to a quick thing of Fenris. Let me change the music. Okay.
All right.
So,
that's awesome.
Fenris, you are currently in your room.
Good.
You are just feeling absolutely horrible.
What did I... Damn it. He's, he probably has the Volumen X Lupus open.
Okay.
But he's not having a good time at transcribing it, or translating.
Right.
Yeah.
From Google Translate.
From Google Translate, since it is like an ancient variant of a Latin variant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. While you're reading or trying to read your fancy book, you hear a phone call go through your cell phone.
I look at it. Who does it say from?
It says it's from the school.
Oh, God. I'll let it go to voicemail.
Okay.
But I'll listen to the voicemail immediately.
Okay. So after the voicemail is done, you hear it beep and say, "Oh yes, you've got a voicemail."
Yeah.
And so you click to your voicemail, and you hear the voice of Mr. Kaneko, and he says, "Hey Fenris, it's me, Mr. Kaneko. I'm just calling to make sure you're okay and everything. Just checking in on you. I heard about what happened at school. Well, all of the teachers did. We're just hoping that you're okay and everything. And, you know, I'll see you the next time the moon rises at its fullest."
What?
And then the voicemail goes,
Mr. Kaneko? He's the one? Oh my God. I didn't think those rumors were true, but he must know what I am. All right, I'm gonna write that down in my notes. So Mr. Kaneko is the one, I can probably safely assume he's the one obsessed with
Yes.
Phases of the moon.
Oh yes, that reminds me, something I didn't include in the summary. My character, Alaric, tried to cover for him, quote unquote, by insisting that he was secretly a furry. So he now has the condition, clearly a furry. Because obviously that's the only explanation for why someone would suddenly start looking like a wolf in the middle of class.
Of course.
Definitely not a werewolf.
No. It's the only
No.
reasonable explanation.
Of course. Of course. So, back in the school, meanwhile, you guys are let out early for the day, on the grounds of it being, kind of...
Emotionally
intense.
traumatizing.
Yeah, an emotionally traumatizing moment. So, hurriedly, as everyone exits the school, you can hear Edward, as well as Rowan, his bandmate. They try to invite everyone to go see their band at the Dance Macabre tonight. And I believe that's all that happens at the school. So, is there anything that anyone wants to do after school?
Yes.
We go to the Dance Macabre. Yes.
Alaric and company have been planning how to utilize this new situation, and we think we've come up with a plan. Or rather, I have. So, we're going to go to the bookstore.
Okay. All right. Let me drag you guys to the bookstore. Okay. Crap. Okay. Bookstore. Here we are. All right.
So, we have a present for Fenris that we want to drop off. But we'll need a gift card to go with it, obviously. Do they sell anything like that here?
Yes, they do have a membership gift card type thing.
Okay, sure, that'll work. We'll buy that as a little extra present.
All right.
So-
How much are you thinking?
Like $15, $20.
Sure. Okay. So the man at the desk looks a little bit like Fenris. Yes, It's of course Leopold, Fenris's dad, and he greets you all as you walk in, and he does all the transactions.
So, we're going to leave a book for Fenris in addition to the gift card, along with a note. The book is a copy of White Wolf Publishing's Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Okay.
A werewolf RPG. Or the equivalent in this universe, no copyright intended, etc., etc. Werewolf the Armageddon.
Werewolf the Armageddon.
Yes.
Okay. Are you just leaving that with Leopold?
We're going to ask him to give it to Fenris, obviously, and the letter's sealed.
Okay.
And it's sort of tucked inside the cover of the book. And I will post, because I actually wrote this letter.
Oh boy.
Post it in Roll20. Dear Fenris, you'll be happy to know that I covered for you after that incident during lunch. No one thinks you're a werewolf. Unfortunately, now everyone thinks you're a furry. But hey, it was either this or extreme steroid use, so that's good. On a related note, you should really start coming to the game club. Not only do we have lots of fun, but we can cover for you if you need an alibi in the future. Plus, I'm sure Michael is just dying to have a big, strong werewolf to snuggle with. Sincerely, Alaric, XOXOXO Michael, except the O's are actually horseshoes. because, as we all know, Michael is a horse furry. P.S. Burn this after you read it, otherwise somebody who finds it lying around might find out that you're a werewolf.
All right. So,
And when he reads this, I would like to try to use that flirtation with Michael to trigger one of my moves as the queen to turn someone on by using my gang. If he ever reads it.
okay, we'll get into that once he reads
And that's all we did until the meetup at the dance Macabre.
it. Okay. So, a couple minutes later, Leopold comes knocking at your door, Fenris. He says, Atticus.
Dad.
Oh, okay. Some of your friends from school came by. They dropped something off for you. So I'll just leave it at the door.
Yeah, just go away.
Oh, okay. Feel better. And he goes back downstairs. All right, what do you do?
I guess I wait till he goes. I hear him downstairs, and I'll open the door quickly and grab it.
Okay.
So what? It's wrapped. It's in a bag with a book and a note, like in an envelope.
Yeah, it's like in a gift bag with the handles tied at the top, so you can't open it,
Okay.
just easily. And when you slide it out, there is a picture of a big, buff, muscular werewolf person clawing a man in half, and the title is "Werewolf the Armageddon," the werewolf RPG game. All werewolves, all the time. We need it.
I mean, immediately Fenris throws it. He's freaked out by seeing this book with the werewolf.
All right.
Okay.
And you throw it. You see this letter kind of flutter out of the front cover.
This guy, fucking, what does he know? What happened? What did I do? Fenris does not really remember. He remembers something happened, but he doesn't really know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so the letter's fluttering.
Yes.
Okay, Fenris is really not liking this, but he will tentatively open the letter.
All right. You read the letter that was read out loud earlier. And
wait, what? I'm a furry? Who the fuck's gonna buy that? What is a furry? Oh, wait, does Fenris know what a furry is? He does not know what a furry is. I don't think. So
not know what a
I
furry
have to look that up on his phone right now.
All right.
What? This is a thing? How is this a thing? Michael's doing this? Oh, God.
And with the XOXOXO,
what have I got myself into?
You may roll a to turn someone on.
Okay, so using the queen move, many bodies, whenever I use a different another one of my gang members to turn someone on, I add +2 to the roll. I will also use the condition, clearly a furry, to add a further +1. So that's a total of +3.
Is that a thing?
Isn't that what a condition is? You can call it to get a +1 to your roll?
No.
Or am I forgetting something?
That's like I think it's something else, but I don't think conditions work that way. Conditions are just I decide when you get rid of it. So
what do conditions do then?
They're just kind of there. They're just there for me to fuck around with, basically. And they kind of determine how someone's going to act for a little bit.
If that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. But I'm just looking at the conditions paragraph. And it says, if you take advantage of a condition that someone has while making a move against them, add +1 to your roll.
Okay.
But how is this taking advantage of that, kind of, I guess?
Didn't you just look at a bunch of weird furry pictures?
Yeah, but he's kind of, he's not into the whole, you know what I mean? He's not intrigued by the furry thing.
Oh, I think that you'll find that in Monsterhearts, no one has any control over what they're intrigued over.
Okay.
But again, if I'm doing this wrong, that's fine, and we won't add the bonus.
I'll say just add the +2 from your gang thing.
Sounds good to me.
And while we're here, if you'd like to donate to Kronos World to help alleviate rolls like that.
Not quite.
For re-rolls, please do. We would very much appreciate the donations. And also, while we're here, just as a side note, if you use the discount code Chronos on buriedwithoutceremony.com, you can get a 10% discount off of any of the books that Avery Alder has written. So you can get, 10% off of a Monsterhearts game. So that's fun. But yeah. So, Fenris, what do you do?
He's not like, he's just so overwhelmed by this whole situation. And all of a sudden he got this weird book and weird note, and he's just discovered furries that he's like, basically, he's just totally perplexed by Alaric at this point. He doesn't know what to make of that whole situation. It's like, he doesn't know what the guy's deal is. He doesn't know anything.
Right.
He's very confused by it, yeah.
Okay. Alistair, is there anything you'd like to do before we go to the dance macabre?
Nope. Alistair's just going to get there early. He wants to keep an eye on anyone who's going in or coming out.
All right. So as you go to, let me get your token. You get there pretty early. You notice that a couple of people are already there. They have gone like the moment they got out of school. Like basically, it's Edward and Rowan that show up first, of course, trying to like get their band set up and everything. You notice that their other bandmates show up. A redheaded boy and a dyed redheaded girl with like dark blue lipstick. And eventually a lot more people start showing up. There's a couple of, just people that you know, people that you don't know. The bartender kind of waves at you with a smile as you walk in. And let me get everyone's tokens to meet at the Alaric, are you taking your gang with you?
Yeah. I mean, if they want to go.
Okay. Let me get your gang as well.
It's not like we have anything else to do tonight.
That's true. Okay, so it is around the time that everyone starts showing up now. And I'm going to get Fenris on this sheet. Okay. So. Here we are.
Oh shit.
You can place yourselves wherever you want. Okay. So, Alaric, you enter the dance macabre as the second one of the party. You're there with your crew, and you take a seat. You already see Alistair there, and you see a couple of other people. You see like some of the jocks, most of the jocks, You see May just sitting over there. That weird guy that always wears the sunglasses. And of course you see the new kid.
Why is he there? Where's the new kid? Is that him?
New kid
It's
is
this guy, right?
Oh, yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, that's Xerxes, right?
Yeah, that's Xerxes.
Man, he's sitting at the table with the new kid. All right.
I'm surprised he didn't pull somebody else out of their seats, since that seems to be his deal. Maybe he did, and we just don't know about it.
He did. Right. So, of course, the bartender waves at you as you enter. It's this guy with black hair, blue eyes, just got a smile on his face, nice clothes, you know.
When you wake up in the morning and you get to do music, this is a privilege. Who else gets to live this life?
Just enjoy the music for now.
All right.
Alistair's going to signal over the bartender for some drinks.
All right. The bartender kind of slides over and he's like, "Hey, what can I get you?"
Now, what do you have in this establishment? Something that's not that common swill that those people over there are drinking.
Oh, not common swill, huh? Well, you're in luck. We've got some pretty nice stuff in. And he starts listing off a couple of pretty fancy sounding names. Most of the other people in the place are like they just got a beer or two, you know, just a Guinness, etc. But yeah, he lists off some nice liquor names. I don't know liquor names, I'm sorry.
Alright, Alistair's going to order 2 of something that's strong and somewhat sweet. Something that sounds extremely fancy.
Alright. Okay. He'll slide you over 2 of the glasses.
He's going to take the glasses and stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very good bartender. I'll come to you with more requests at some later point. He's going to start walking over. He's going to slide one of the drinks over to May.
Alright. May kind of looks over at you. She was kind of paying attention to the band. She turns to look at you and she's like, "Oh, hi, Alistair."
Oh, hello, my dear. Now, how are you today?
Well, I suppose it could be better, but, you know.
Something's troubling you. Come now, tell me all about it.
Oh, well, I don't know. I was looking for Fenris earlier, and I found him in the woods, and it was really scary, and I guess that's just kind of been on my mind. I'm okay though. I'm fine. Just, you know, kind of shooken up a little bit.
I see. Yeah, that Fenris, quite the excitable soul. He's a furry, you know, one of those who wishes to embrace their more bestial instinct.
He's a furry?
He's not a bad dude. Quite nice, actually. What? You haven't heard? That's what they're saying about him nowadays.
Oh. Well, okay. I never pegged him to be some kind of person like that, but I suppose everyone has secrets, right?
Yes. Everyone has so many sides.
Yeah. Well, how are you feeling after all of that stuff, Alistair?
Oh, me? I'm quite splendid, actually. It was good fun. Quite the show. Entertaining, is it not?
Well, I guess some people could find it entertaining. It was pretty scary for me, but I am kind of a fraidy cat, so, you know.
Oh, scary, you say? Well, with a guy like Fenris around, there'll be no need to be scared, don't you think? Won't it be so much better if you got closer to him, activating my wire mobility of the wingman?
Oh boy. Nice. Can you read out what wingman does?
Wingman. There you go. When you wax poetic about the beauty of another main character, that person you're describing rolls on turn on person while taking +1. Yeah, basically Fenris gets +1 whenever he next tries to turn on me.
Alright. Okay. She says, well, now that I think about it, I guess, but I don't know, it's just kind of strange seeing your old childhood friend kind of go all spooky and stuff, you know?
Yes, there has been quite a big change in him, hasn't there?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yes, very interesting, but if I were to say, seems to be all for the better.
Well, he has gotten braver, that's certain.
Yes, braver and much stronger. I mean, have you seen his arms? Quite interesting.
You're right. She kind of looks away a little bit.
Just imagine all the hard work and dedication, long hours of training that must have taken. I mean, that's somebody who has quite the motivation. He must be quite a dedicated man.
Yeah.
What's the word? Well, be that as may. He must be quite the man.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. And Fenris enters the.
Like, it's how long has it been at this point since the concert has started?
I'd say it's been a little while, yeah.
Okay.
So,
he's gonna kind of peek in first, and he's wearing like a really deep hoodie. Like you can't really tell who he is. He's gonna kind of peek in and see what the situation is, and nobody's dancing or anything. Everybody's just sitting.
There are people that you don't know, kind of dancing in the middle and stuff.
So there's a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna come in and sit at the bar first here.
Okay. You see the bartender kind of slide over towards you, and he's like, "Hey, can I get you something?"
Give me your cheapest whiskey.
On it. And he goes to slide you a glass.
Another one.
All right.
Now Fenris has not really drank before, so yeah. And this is like the cheapest whiskey, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This is some cheap whiskey. Oh my.
One more.
Well, as long as you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, he gives him some money and he has the other one. Now he's gonna look up and kind of see the seating situation.
All right.
The last person he remembers him, and he remembers, I think, Xerxes maybe, or like, because he was picking on Xerxes, right?
He was picking on Iscariot.
Oh, is Iscariot?
Not Xerxes.
Okay. This guy, right?
No, Iscariot's not in.
Okay.
Xerxes was the one he picked on during class.
Oh, the first time. Okay.
Yeah, the first time, not the second time.
And then May is over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. He's gonna wait. He wants to approach somebody that he's more familiar with, but he's gonna wait until he doesn't want the new kids right there. He doesn't want to approach the new kids, so.
Of course.
He's gonna he's gonna just kind of chill here and wait for his opportunity.
Okay. Is there anything you're doing, Alaric?
Huh. Right now, he's just a little too. Not confused, but he's just biding his time. I suppose if he was going to do something, he would take the opportunity now that the new kid is nearby to try the move Gaze into the Void.
Okay.
Since his whole group is together, what they do is essentially a tarot reading, but with trading cards.
All right. You see the pot of greed.
What does it do? I don't know. Could you explain it to me? Anyway, I'm gonna roll dark.
Okay.
No modifiers.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice. Okay, so when rolling to gaze into the abyss, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I take 1 forward to addressing. Name what I'm looking for, and take 1 forward to addressing them. So I guess that means take 1 forward to finding out about the new kid.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that you want to like?
I think he's way too calm for someone who just had a werewolf almost bite his face off. I think there's something supernatural about him, and I want forward 1 on discovering what that is.
Okay. Okay, so gazing into the abyss, you guys kind of figure out that, well, this card states that he left his home region for a reason. And this card kind of gives you the feeling that maybe he's here to look for something.
Interesting. They debate over the meaning of, the exact arrangement and what's going on there, but that's all they're gonna do for right now.
Okay. So make sure you remember you have 1 forward on the next thing you do to find out about the new kid. And as after you kind of do this like tarot reading, the new kid kind of like glances around for a sec, and he gets up with green-haired boy, Rain, and they kind of go to leave.
I kind of do a little snarl as I see him go by.
Ooh.
And I snip at them.
Ooh. Do you want to make that like would that be shutting someone down, maybe?
No, it wasn't. It was very subtle. It was subtle.
Subtle? Okay.
I mean, my heightened senses, I can't really get any information about why they were together. I actually kind of want to just like pop outside, like subtly, and just kind of see where they're going.
You see that they're heading towards the back.
Which direction?
This way. Hold on. This way.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of gonna follow, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you're following,
Like go around that corner.
yeah, but you don't see anyone there.
They're missing? Just gone?
They kind of left. They've already like left that way by the time you reach there.
And I still don't see them.
Yeah, you don't see them.
What could they be doing together? It's at nighttime, right?
Yeah. It's already
Right.
like getting dark.
I also want to stare into the abyss now.
Okay.
And I want to like stare up at the moon, like the moon's overhead, right? It's night.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to like fully embrace the night and the dark.
All right.
And use all my werewolfy senses to
All right.
try to discern on a primal level what the hell's going on. So when I roll under the moon, I have dark 3 with my howl at the moon.
Okay.
I'm gonna increase my dark to 3 and roll.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm trying to kind of get a figure of what their relationship is and what are they doing together.
Okay.
What could they possibly be doing together?
Staring at the moon, you kind of like focus really hard on it. and you can start seeing shapes in the moon. And you see like an eye, and the eye kind of has like a swirl going through it, and it like spins.
A spinning, swirly eye.
Yeah.
Ugh. The hell? The hell was that? I gotta get back inside. Alright. So I will also take one forward, right, for
Yes. You take one.
their relationship or what they're doing together?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back inside.
Okay.
And now that I see that the seat is open with Xerxes, I'm gonna slink over there, sit down. And that's not Xerxes. That is Xerxes.
That's
right?
Xerxes,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm in my hood and I kind of like, like subtly kind of look over and I go, Xerxes.
Xerxes kind of is just sitting there for a little bit, kind of waiting around before he turns to see you, and he's like, "Oh, hey."
Xerxes, what happened in school? Did I hurt anybody?
Oh, you don't remember?
No, I remember getting in a fight and then something, it all went red. Did I hurt you?
Me? No, you didn't.
Are you sure? And I put my hand on his shoulder
Ooh.
and I want
I'm gonna
to
make you
I want to roll hot. I do. I want to do it.
roll hot.
All right. My sheet. I'm just gonna try to roll hot on everybody, pretty much. I think.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. So on a success for rolling hot to turn someone on, they can either give themselves to you, promise something they think you want, or get embarrassed and act awkward. You also gain a string on him.
Sweet.
So As you put your shoulder on Xerxes, he kind of turns to look at you a little bit, and his face goes a little red, and he then turns to, like, all of a sudden he leans over towards you and kisses you.
What? Yeah. But I mean, he's into it, but he's also kind of like, this has been like a charged night.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not like fully into it, like he's not, he's very guarded right now too. So
Yeah.
I'm going to kiss him back at first, but then be like, wait, I just need to know right now if I hurt you or anybody else.
Sorry.
Fine.
I guess you kind of did a good number on the new kid.
I don't care about him. What about anybody else?
I don't think you hurt anyone.
Okay. And nobody thinks I'm like an asshole, or nobody's afraid of me?
Well, I have no idea about that. We all kind of went home immediately.
Oh, okay. Good. I didn't want to hurt anybody. Something happened to me, and I don't always have control.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you're okay. And I put my hand on his shoulder again.
Okay. All right. Are you going to roll or?
No. It's
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He kind of shies away a little bit. He's a little embarrassed. And he just kind of goes, well, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Actually, I think I should probably go find out where my brother is. Go find out where Jonas is. Yeah.
Well, it's good seeing you. And,
yeah.
We'll talk more later.
Yeah, sure. And he very quickly goes out of the bar. he is gone. All right.
I finished my whiskey. I think Fenris is somewhat drunk, or is his werewolf the constitution? Because he had no tolerance for alcohol before this, so.
Yeah, maybe he's like just starting to like feel it.
Yeah. Another whiskey.
All right, the bartender slides you another one. He's like, "Be careful now, kid, dude."
And now that I feel the whiskey coursing through me, Fenris is gonna start dancing.
Hell yeah! Oh yay! Okay. So Alistair, what are you doing now?
Alistair once again stands up. He kind of just holds one finger out to me. He's like, "Just 1 second, my dear." And he walks back up to the bar.
Okay.
He's just going to tap his finger, trying to signal the bartender over.
All right. The bartender kind of slides over. He's like, "Yeah."
He's going to order 2 more of the same drinks.
Okay.
And then tapping on the edge of one of the glasses and says, "Say, I could really use something to go along with this. Something a bit more fun."
Let me think. The bartender kind of eyes you a little bit, and he says, "Let me go check for something." And as you see the bartender kind of like move away, starting to like quickly tend to other people, you see this guy kind of slide on over. Pizza boy. And you see Shaq, and he kind of like leans over and he's like, "What are you looking for?"
"Oh, yes, Shaq, a good fellow. I'm just looking for something that might make this night a bit more interesting."
He raises his eyebrow and he's like, "I can help you with that."
"Yes, very good."
And he'll like reach into his pockets and shit, you know, as people do. He will hand you, he'll hold out, not quite hand you. He'll hold out, let's see, what?
Roll on the drug table.
Yeah, roll on the drug table, someone for me, please.
What would this guy have? I mean, besides pot, what would he be into?
I mean, it's a dance club. If he's at all involved in doing dance club stuff, the thing that comes to mind is ecstasy.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that. All right, he'll hold out, like, you know, some E. And he's like, "You got any money for it?"
Yeah, Alistair's going to reach into his pocket, feel around for a bit, and pull out $40.
All right. He'll slide you the cool ecstasy. The cool man's ecstasy. And take the money.
"See, very good. I might be seeing you again a bit later tonight, if things go well." He's going to drop the ecstasy into one of the glasses and stand up again.
Ooh. All right.
And looking around for a minute, he sees Fenris out on the dance floor, and he's going to walk.
I do have my hood on, and I'm in like a crowd.
Your hood onto the crowd.
Yeah.
Do you think I won't notice you? Very well.
I don't know. I'm just saying that I wasn't like he's out in the like exposed out in the open. So maybe you saw him, but
I'm just thinking if I would have noticed you at any point so far. All right.
How about you roll a dark and kind of see if he's around?
Alright, rolling dark.
You do not notice Fenris.
It is what it is. Instead, I'm going to walk over here. Sit down next to this fellow.
Alright.
He's going to put his hand around Kenneth's shoulder and say, "Oh, now, Kenneth, my boy, isn't it lonely sitting here by yourself?" He's going to slide him over the drink with the ecstasy in it.
Ooh, alright. Kenneth is going to look over and he's like, oh, the rest of the boys are already at the table, but I'll drink to that.
Yes, he's going to hold up his glass for a cheers.
Hell yeah, he'll cheer you, and he'll take a nice long swig.
I'm just going to take a tiny little sip, not drinking too much.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Trying to roofie the werewolf.
It'll happen eventually.
Okay. So while this is happening, let's see. Alaric, are you doing anything different?
We might as well get up and dance a little bit.
All right. Kokone seems a little bit hesitant at first, but she'll follow along. She probably doesn't dance that much, but she'll join you guys. And Vincent is just standing there with his arms crossed, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
I see Alaric. Coming
Yes.
up, dancing? Okay.
Yes. Fenris, what are you doing?
I'm gonna, as they come into the middle and start dancing, I want to kind of come around to Alaric. Kind of from behind. I don't know, is he coming up anymore? Or that's kind of the area he's sticking in.
Let's see. Probably somewhere near the edge of the dance floor, but not at the absolute edge,
Okay.
a quarter of the way in, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right about there.
as the dancing kind of kicks in and you're getting more distracted, Fenris is gonna come around and kind of put his hand on Alaric's shoulder
Mm-hmm.
tightly.
Ooh, all right. You definitely feel that.
And and he's going to, let me see. He's gonna say, Alaric.
Hmm? Oh,
No.
Fenris.
I don't know what kind of games you're up to, but keep me out of it. I have enough shit I'm dealing with. I don't need you and your machinations. So I want to try to shut him down from trying to mess with me anymore, because that book really threw me off.
All right.
So I want to actually use my string for this.
Okay.
I believe just gives me a +1, right?
Yes, you add +1 to your roll against them.
Okay. So I am not very good at cold. All right, I will destroy my string against Alaric. I mean, because he's already kind of afraid of Fenris anyways. That was the string, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay. Cold. Player 1. Oh!
Oh no.
Oh! Hey, but I gain XP.
Yeah, you gain XP.
I'm close.
Alaric does not look afraid at all, and he moves closer to Fenrir and asks and says, "What are you gonna do? Try to kill someone in the middle of a crowded room again?"
What? I wouldn't. What? What do you mean, kill somebody?
Not only did you try to kill the new kid, if it wasn't for the fact that the teachers arrived, because I got them there, you would have killed some of your friends too.
What?
Or do you not remember trying to rip their throats out?
I don't remember that. Why would I do that? Fuck. What is happening?
So, I'm not afraid of you right now. And that wasn't some attempt to control you or anything. What it was an attempt to do was to keep you out of trouble, to give you an alibi, a hand extended in friendship. I wasn't trying to fuck with you. I was trying to give you some cover. But if you don't want it, that's fine. The only games I'm interested in playing are confined to the tabletop.
All right, I'm sorry. Just been through a lot. I didn't know it was that bad. Nobody's told me anything.
Well, you can hear it from my friends, if you don't believe me.
I believe.
And anytime you need help, just come talk to us.
All right.
You kind of see Kokone in the back, kind of like going, kind of mockingly.
Like doing a wolf thing at me?
Yeah, like.
Kokone. Another whiskey. God damn it, give me one.
Slides you another.
Go.
Oh my lord.
That really got to me. The mocking really was the straw that broke the camel's back.
That's my job. So you know. All right. Okay. So going back to Alistair, you have roofied Kenny. He's a pretty big guy, but even still, you can tell that he's kind of like a little bit out of it now at this point.
Oh, Kenneth, my dear boy. Are you feeling all right?
Well, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I'm on drugs right now.
Have you taken any drugs?
Surprisingly, no. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kronos World. Today we're playing Monsterhearts, our second session. I'm your GM. I'm Genji. That's me. And we're going to welcome our players. So, today we have Eric playing the werewolf, Fenris. We have Snowy playing the queen, Alaric.
Hello.
And we have Corpse or Anthony playing Alistair, the worm. Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be missing Abigator, who usually plays Ziggy, unfortunately, but we're going to play on. So, what happened last session? We met...
Oh, sorry, I thought that wasn't a rhetorical question.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we introduced all our characters. We got into some high school teenage squabbles. We did a little betting people down.
It's still stuck with me. I still have all these feelings. Confusing feelings. But I just want to know I would never try to hurt you either. So I'm also going to try to turn her on.
All right. Don't forget, you get the extra bonus.
All right. I'm just going to spread it around.
Partial succeed. All right, on a partial succeed, they can either give you a string or choose one of the reactions. Okay.
So I guess I'll also be saying, like, you know, I hope we can be friends and I hope we can be close again. And please just don't be afraid of me. Trust me. You can trust me.
Okay. So you say this, and she kind of goes quiet for a moment. And she will give you something that she thinks you want. And she'll reach over and kiss you on the cheek. And she'll say, all right, I'll trust you.
Okay. That's good. I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Another whiskey!
Oh my lord!
Gulp. All right.
All right.
Expected.
Okay.
You definitely see him now, Alistair. His hood is down now.
The wolf has come back to play. This will be fun.
What was that? You say something?
Oh, Fenris, my dear boy. It's been so long since I've seen you.
Yeah, not long enough.
Yes. Well, we might have had our slight differences, but I'm here to make amends. How about I buy you a drink?
I think I'm all drunk out at this point.
Ah, yes. A man that can hold his liquor is the best kind, I would say.
So I'm not a nobody anymore?
A nobody? When did I ever call you that?
I believe it was to my face in front of everybody in theater club
Ah, yes, Beardo.
last year.
Yes, those were good times, were they not?
Oh yeah, that was
So
great.
much fun together.
I love that.
Yes. Besides, those are things, those are jokes. They're just grand old jokes, you know?
Wasn't very
Can't take
funny to me.
anything at the heart.
Well, you should be careful how your jokes go on to other people. Not everybody finds your humor funny.
I shall take that under advisement. Are you feeling all right? You seem a bit off.
I'm just, you know, I don't know. I'm just a little tipsy, I guess.
Tipsy.
Fenris is swaying.
Oh. How about you lay off the liquor and perhaps have a cup of water instead? Perhaps something to eat.
Yeah, you're right. Where's Is there any like places open food-wise?
Yeah, it's not too late out. So yeah, there'd be like, just like McDonald's and shit.
Do they have food here? No?
They do have like kind of like bar food, like wings and fries and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna call the bartender. That's a good idea. Bartender,
Yeah.
I'll have 30 wings. And 2 hamburger patties, but no bread.
Oh my.
Aye.
Hungry boy, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a good option. Now he starts tearing into the meats.
Oh, he seems to be distracted. Alistair just kind of motioned to Shaq with more money in his hand, kind of like.
All right. He'll send you another pill.
Can I see this exchange going down between Shaq and Alistair?
Let me see. From here. Yeah, I'd say you could probably tell if you were paying attention.
I think I would be, considering it's 2 people that I'm pretty suspicious of doing things together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. You can notice that.
Yeah, let's go over and talk with Shaq.
All right. Are you bringing your crew with you, or?
Yeah, I think so. Because this seems like something about to go down.
All right. They're chilling. All right.
Kind of frowns when he sees the crowd start lining up at the bar.
Shaq!
Chills. Oh, hey, what's up?
Alistair, I'm so glad that you've managed to patch things up from this morning. They had a fight earlier in first period, I believe.
Yep, they did.
Yes.
Patch things up. I wasn't aware that there were any problems.
No, you wouldn't be, would you?
Oh, it's fine, dude. Don't worry about that.
Alistair's just staring at... Alaric's just... Go ahead.
Anything besides Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I'll have you know that it's called The Abyss, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you, I play good games. And second, I forgot everything else you said because I was enraged.
Yes. Memory loss. That's one of the side effects of your alcohol problem. Do you need any help for that, by the way? I know quite a few good. How would you say? I can find you a bit of help. You look like you need it.
No thanks. If I needed lessons on how to roofie people, I'd take them from somebody... Well, actually, I wouldn't take lessons on that at all. But I'm sure you'd be near the top of the list. I'd like to try to shut him down.
Shut him down, yeah.
Yeah. Cold. Would his condition of can't be trusted fall into this if I'm trying to not just shut him down, but shut him down in front of Shaq? Like, you can't trust this guy with drugs anymore?
I'll say that works, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Partial succeed. Okay, so they can get so Alistair gives you a condition, but you can either make him lose a string on you, gain 1 condition, or take 1 forward.
Let's see. Do you have any strings on me, Alistair?
Nope.
I'll take a string on you. And that is, the string is going to be, I'm watching you. I know you're up to no good. That sort of thing.
Okay, so Alistair, what kind of condition would you like to give Alaric?
I think his condition should be he's a party pooper.
Party pooper. All right.
Coming in here, preaching high morals in a nightclub. That's not what you do. That's not fun.
Okay. Noted.
Did I hear their conversation?
You can overhear them a little bit, yeah.
Did I pick up on about roofing somebody?
How loud did you mention it?
I'm shutting him down, so I'm doing it enough for everybody in the vicinity to hear.
Okay, so yeah, you can definitely hear that.
What about what? About roofing somebody? What was that? Wasn't me,
yes.
was it?
Could have been. I mean, who knows with this guy?
You motherfucker. I am drunk and now angered.
Oh boy.
I would never. Fenris, my dear boy.
How about you get the fuck out of my face?
For so long.
Get the fuck out of my face before I do it to you what I did to the new kid. And I also want to try to shut him down.
All right, go for it.
And I want to use my string on him.
Okay.
I don't know if his condition would apply at this point.
His condition party. Or no. What's your condition?
His condition is can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted. Yeah, I think that would fit.
Okay.
You know.
Modifier.
Yeah.
But I leveled up.
Well, you're obviously very drunk. I know you don't mean it, big guy.
You're right, I am drunk. I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna finish these wings.
Yes, you should do that. Can't let random strangers come between us now, can we?
At this point, you notice that Shaq has just fucking left. He's gone. He's
Good.
run away.
So Genji, I'm going to level up,
Yes.
and I'm going to take a move from a different skin.
Okay.
Ready for this?
All right.
I'm going to take Hypnotize from the vampire.
Ooh.
I think of this as like a wolfy version of Hypnotize. This is like my spiritual connection, my primalness, my I'm so supernatural. It's just I'll have a kind of influence on people there.
All right.
To kind of do the primal things, or to do when I'm enraged, it washes over them.
All
That
right.
makes sense.
Interesting.
I can read what that does. It says, you can hypnotize people who have no strings on you. Roll with hot. Oh shit, everybody has strings on me. Maybe that's not the best thing to do. All right, let me rethink that. You guys go on. I'm gonna think.
You can hypnotize NPCs and continue causing drama.
Every NPC has a string on me.
Yeah. They all have strings on them.
Useless.
All right, go
Alistair
on.
just going to turn down. Alistair turns to Ulrich when he sees Shaq leaving. He says, "See what you've done now. You're spoiling all the fun. Even a man like Shaq can't stand to be around your depressing atmosphere. Ugh, how unpleasant. Why would someone like you even come to a place like this? You're ruining everyone's fun. I'm also want to roll and shut him down now."
All right.
I mean, if we're gonna roll to shut each other down constantly, we're not really gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give him a chance though, just like so that everyone has like that
Right.
shut down. All right. Okay. So
Yeah, then... yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh, right, because my condition came from the backlash of mine. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought he shut me down already.
No.
Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
I got confused.
So they lose a string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain one on them. They gain a condition, or you take one forward. What would you like to do?
I think I'd like my string back.
Okay.
Can't have strings on me.
Okay, so Alaric, you lose a string on Alistair.
So we just played hot potato for a while with strings.
Yeah.
So
And once you're done with that exchange, you see someone come running through the bar again. Into the bar again. And okay. Shaq steps in and he's like he runs and he like basically like grabs Vincent by the shoulders. He's like, dude, okay, we have to like fucking get out of here right now. And Vincent's like, and he looks over at Alaric.
There's been too much weird shit going on. Let's listen to him.
Okay. And Shaq is like, I think something happened outside and you should go check that out right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Genji, I took spirit armor.
Okay.
Doubling down.
All right. Okay, your crew is like here also. Okay, so you just heard Shaq freak out. Like he was loud enough that everyone at the bar heard. At the bar stools. So what would you guys
I finished my wings. I feel less drunk.
All right.
So I'm gonna come outside because I am.
Alistair is just going to light a joint and then follow.
Right. Shaq is gonna like kind of go up to this point, and he's gonna like point towards the corner of the place.
What happened?
Lark will go up. Tell me when we stop. Like right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And as you reach that point, let's see. You see something bad, very bad.
Oh shit. Is that Xerxes?
Yes.
What? Xerxes! Fenris runs over to him.
Right, and as you run over, you can kind of hear like this terrible fucking laughter from like just down the thing.
So I'm trying to get fucking charged up. I definitely want to use my heightened senses at this point.
All right.
When you rely, because I want to use my senses to make sense of what the fuck's happening right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll with dark. Since I'm under the moon, I have dark 3.
Yes.
Can I use my? I can't use my string on Xerxes for this to help me with this. Okay.
Nice. All
right.
right.
On a 10 up, ask the MC 3 questions from below and take 1 forward.
Okay.
I want to know what's the biggest threat to me. I want to know who's in control here. And I want to know what's their secret weakness, I guess, from those questions.
Okay. So as you kind of stare back at the moon, you kind of
and I'm
feel
sniffing
this instinct about everything, and all of a sudden things start coming together, and the group of you kind of focus on the people that are behind Xerxes, and you start seeing Jonas, you see Rome, you see Iscariot, and you see Katsuro Yomohiro.
So who do I feel is in control then of this? Like, who is the
And
biggest
as
threat?
you look,
Yeah.
you can definitely tell that the one that's in control here is Katsuro.
The new kid.
Yes.
And he's also probably the biggest threat.
Yes.
And it says, what's their secret weakness? Which yeah, I don't know. I guess, I mean, we don't, I would ask something different. Those are just the ones listed. I mean, I would guess to be like.
Wait, do you get all 3 questions or just one of them?
When I roll on 10 up, I ask them 3 questions from below and take one forward.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I guess it'd be a little more like what. So he's definitely the biggest threat. He's definitely the one in control.
Yeah.
And I guess I would, if it's not their secret weakness, like I would guess, like what are the other? Do the other ones seem like they're in control, or are they like? Are they entranced somehow? Or are they something? You know.
You can tell that they very much do not want to be there.
Okay. And I don't know the new kid's name, right?
You do not.
So I want to go and like, so the other group can see me behind me too, and I'll be like, "New kid, what the fuck did you do now?"
You hear new kid kind of just cackling with laughter. He's like,
Rome, what are you doing with him?
Rome kind of just, she kind of holds her head and she's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Why do you have blood on you, Iscariot?
Iscariot's eyes are like wide open and you can see that there's something off about them. The sclera are black and his pupils are white.
It's this new kid, everybody. I'm going to tell the group behind me. He's done something to them. He's hurt Xerxes. Xerxes dead?
Yeah.
Fuck. He killed Xerxes. I'm sure of it.
And the new kid just kind of laughs and he's like, no, I didn't. Iscariot did.
You controlled her somehow.
And how is that going to work with the police? You think they're going to listen to you?
So, is Alice, is Alaric near me, right?
Yes.
So you see Fenris starting to get like really fucking, like you could probably tell like all of his muscles are getting tight.
Right.
He's starting to snarl. You see him starting to crouch over. His mouth is opening. So you definitely get the sense that he's probably about to charge this guy right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do anything. I'm just putting that out there. That's or also Alistair. Yeah. Fenris is about to charge this guy, so
yeah. Instead of doing something sensible, Alaric's gonna say, when you fight him, drag him into the woods first, so he can't use those people for help.
Woo! I'm charging at him.
All right.
I pin him to the fucking ground.
All right. Roll to lash out physically.
All right. And my new move, by the way, Spirit Armor. When you are Bast in Moonlight, any harm that you suffer reduced by 1, and you add 2 to all rolls to keep your cool. So I mean, should I try to roll to keep my cool first? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah. I'm saying Fenris is, but obviously, like, well, he just, I mean, Alaric did spurn him on, but like, he did mention the police, right? So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Should I roll to get my cool or?
Yeah, I'll say roll to keep your cool.
Okay. And I will add 2 to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope. I don't keep my cool.
Don't do that.
And I fucking...
Yeah.
All right. Volatile. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
All right.
It's like the 3rd harm I've done to this kid.
Yeah.
So Fenris just like with almost pretty much supernatural. I'm not fully wolfed yet, but supernatural speed. Kind of almost gets on all fours and just like super quick, just with everybody looking surprised and just like, and I fucking foul him over. And I'm not full on wolfy, so I'm not just gonna bite his neck out. But I kind of like brush into him, and I have like my hands around his throat. And I pin the ground, and I say, "I know you were the one to fucking do this."
Okay. So he like freezes for a second. He can't react for a moment, and in that moment, the rest of the three of them kind of crowd around you, and they're just starting to try to yank you away.
Okay.
Notably, Iscariot tries to shank you with a knife.
Holy shit. Okay.
So he's going to lash out physically at you.
Which one's Iscariot again?
The blue hair.
Blue one.
Okay.
So he's going to attempt to lash out physically at you.
All right.
It's not going to go well, but yeah. So he kind of tries to stab you with a knife, but he drops it. He lets go of it, and he's like, no. It looks like he's fighting something.
Okay. What have you done to them? I could call over to Alaric.
Yeah, everybody pick somebody and try to pull everyone apart, except for the leader, basically. Break up the fight.
All right. So, yeah, your crew is going to start, kind of grabbing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What are you doing while this is happening, Alistair?
Smoking, watching the fun.
Okay. Of course. Okay. Okay, so what's happening now?
I have my hand on his throat.
Okay.
And I'm sure that he's the one who caused this.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody's called for police, right? At this point, or
not yet. Okay. Well, nobody that we know of.
Yeah. And I want to, I guess, yell to them get, away from him. He's controlling you.
My gang's trying to pull them away. Alistair will say, "Get him out of here."
All right, I'm gonna try to drag him over to the woods.
The woods, all the way,
or
wherever.
The nearest abandoned. I think the abandoned warehouse district was around here, wasn't it?
Yeah, where's the?
Yeah, it's down the street. Here, let me get you guys the map.
I definitely now feel like Fenris feels like Alaric. He trusts Alaric more, and he's kind of his only ally at this point. So he's gonna be
over. There we go.
Here we go.
All right, where's the dance macabre? Okay. There's all this. Oh, the abandoned factory is right down there, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, you could probably go. There's probably some sort of abandoned properties down here. You don't have to take the street.
Because also, I definitely think he did something to them, and I've said that to Alaric.
Alaric's less concerned whether he actually did something so much as, he probably did something, and you're gonna kill him anyway, so might as well be efficient about it.
It's more like Fenris knows that he's controlled them somehow, and he wants to get them separated.
You don't stand over the body of a murdered person, say, "This person did it," explain it to the police, ha 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 ha, I'm a villain, and not expect to get killed by a werewolf.
Totally. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna bring him to the abandoned factory, get them out of here, and I'm gonna kind of in a headlock drag him to the abandoned factory.
All right. Okay. I do not have a map for the abandoned factory, but we're gonna just stay on this map here.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. So who is going where?
What we're going to do is we're going to try to pull people over to Quill Medical.
Okay.
including possibly Xerxes,
Okay.
if we can manage it.
Okay. Yeah, you can start doing that. It's not too far. All right, and Alistair, what are you doing?
He's going to be following Fenris.
All right. So we'll go with Fenris and Alistair first. So you start dragging the new kid, Katsuro, to this abandoned factory, through like back streets between abandoned houses and all of this stuff, just trying to stay away from like the main roads and everything.
Yeah.
And he's struggling the entire way, but he's already kind of out of it from this morning.
I mean, I've harmed him 3 times just in the day.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
I really didn't think Fenris would be this violent, but it is what it is.
That's what happens.
Stop squirming.
All right.
There's still like little bits of fried chicken on Fenris's face.
Oh my lord.
Because he went to town on those wings. I mean,
Yeah,
he
that's
was
true.
drunk. He went to town, so yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for Alaric and Alistair to not make things worse, you're looking for the wrong people.
Well, he's still kind of drunk, and yeah. So he's any help he can get at this point.
Yeah.
He's a little out of his depth.
Okay. So you get him to the factory.
Yeah.
He's like been clawing at your hands the entire time.
Stop it. No.
Yeah. What are you doing now? Now that
They're like, so what? I forget what the factory was. It was like,
It's the old abandoned factory where fight scenes happen in every supernatural drama.
yeah, but
There
like,
are a
what
lot
did they
of
make there? I forget. But remember what we said? They like
mannequins. That was it.
mannequins. Yes, it's an old mannequin factory. Okay.
Or
But-
it was like an old crash test site or something. They just have lots of creepy mannequins and chains hanging around.
Totally. So there's some chains. I would chain him up somewhere to like a pole or something. I would use
Okay.
to tie him up or to whatever. There's an old lock or use something to kind of wedge it so he's secure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, you start like chaining him to this kind of like pole thing where he
Yeah.
can't like move. And
I go, well, Alaric, help me with this. Or Alistair, help me with this.
Alistair kind of begrudgingly sighs and lends a hand.
all right.
Sets
And-
his glass down, but keeps the joint in one hand.
Of course. And the new kid, he kind of like, despite being super pissed off, he can't help himself but to like almost laugh at you guys a little bit. And so at this point, we're going to take a quick break before we get into what happens in the abandoned factory. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, we'll be back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We are back with more Monster Hearts 2 ridiculous shenanigans. I guess we're gonna go right back into it with Fenris and Alistair interrogating the heck out of the new transfer student. So I guess we're gonna go right to that. So the transfer student is now kind of chained to like one of the supporting beams of the warehouse. And he's kind of like struggling against these chains a lot.
You said he's still laughing, right?
Yeah, he's still kind of laughing. He's still a little bit high and mighty about things.
Good. I guess I'd be kind of weirded out. So I'm back with Alistair. I'm not sure if Alaric is coming. I mean, we all have cell phones, right?
Yeah.
This is modern. So okay. Not me when I was a teenager. Yeah, I guess I would text. I want to text Alaric.
Okay.
Yeah,
Be
you have his phone number.
Like, what's going on? We got him here. He's tied up. What on your end? What's going on?
Taking people to hospital, making alibi.
Okay. Like I say, we're at the warehouse. Are you coming? Question mark.
ASAP.
Okay. I'm gonna tell. So Fenris would tell Alistair this, and then be like, "What is this guy's deal? It's just, I mean, I've beaten the shit out of him, and he's just laughing there."
Alistair kind of just stands up after probably finishing tying down his feet. He kind of just wipes his brow and says, I am certainly not built for such menial labor. Next time you end up kidnapping somebody, would you mind tying them up on your own?
Kidnapping?
Well, you spirited away a young lad.
Okay, this guy is not normal. Okay, he fucking killed Xerxes. He killed him. I'm sure of it.
Yes, and I probably know the reason for that as well.
What do you mean? You know the reason?
I mean, you and Xerxes were quite close, were you not?
I mean, just recently.
Yes, I assumed so. And you and Katsuro over here, you've become quite the anonymity between you two, do you not?
So you think he killed Xerxes to get to me?
That's a very likely possibility.
But also how he did it, okay? I'm pretty sure he hypnotized or enthralled or something, some poppycockery.
Perhaps.
He just kind of fucking starts just howling with laughter at that. Poppycockery.
Yeah, poppycockery.
That was quite amusing, wasn't it? But no matter. What's done is done, and what's to be done shall soon be done. Isn't it so, my dear Fenris?
I guess I want to try to start questioning a little bit.
All right.
I mean, I do have one forward, right?
Yes.
Towards what he was doing with, what's his name? Green hair. Jonas, right?
Yes.
And what would questioning even be? Like, what did you do to them? Why did you do this?
He kind of looks around a little bit, trying to find out the right words to use. And he says, "'Cause I know what you are, and that's exactly what I'm looking for."
What do you mean you're looking for it?
It would seem he is a bit of a collector as well.
What does that mean? What a weird thing to say.
Alistair kind of chuckles a little bit. Yes, it is quite strange. He's quite strange.
Yeah, so are you, dude. You just said he's also a collector.
You're one to talk, Mr. Furry.
All right, I'm not a furry. I just learned about that today, like literally today.
I mean, do you sometimes grow fur?
I don't know. I don't know what happens.
I
There
shall
is
tell
fur
you.
left around sometimes.
So you have fur. Does that not make you a furry?
I mean, I don't go into a wolf costume and go to conventions or something. I've never done that. I've never been to one of those. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I've just never even heard of it before. Okay.
But you just
Anyways,
explained it to me so well.
yeah, I just looked it up on my phone. God.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, this guy is chained up.
Yeah, I sure am.
And
What shall you do with him?
He just said he knows what I am. And so is that why you kill Xerxes, to get to me?
Maybe.
Maybe. So what are you? Tell me before I put you down for good. And I guess I want to roll. Would this be cold sure to get into something, or?
Yeah, I think that would be cold.
And I can use my 1 forward for this.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy shit. Jesus.
Nope.
My dear Fenris, still a bit tipsy, are we?
I guess. Oh, I guess he won't answer me, right? He's just.
I don't really have to tell you anything.
Oh, he gives me a condition.
Oh,
Right?
does he?
It says shut someone down.
I think that's only on a partial success, right?
Yeah. If you fail, you just fail.
Okay.
Alistair, standing behind Fenris, kind of laughs a little bit. He says, "Come now, Katsy. Right now it's your big villain moments. You know, it's time for you to monologue, exposition a little bit, explain for the poor boy. I think you owe him at least that much, murdering one of his lovers after all."
What? One of my lovers?
You said that you two were close. Did you not?
I said we were
I would assume.
just getting close. I've never had a lover before.
Oh.
I mean, there was that one time last summer, but I don't remember.
What the fuck goes on in this guy's life? Holy
He's been through
shit.
a lot. He's been through a lot in the last 2 years.
Show me on the fursuit where the wolf spirit touched you.
Everywhere. All right.
Oh, you poor boy.
Go on.
I said it. You see, Katsi, look at what you've taken away from him. Can't possibly leave him with nothing, not even an explanation. That's just too cruel, even for you.
Even for me. Are you sure about that?
I mean, I'm relatively sure it's too cruel for you. Maybe not for me, obviously, but for a little one like you, of course. I'm going to try and shut him down.
Okay. Okay, partial success. Okay, what do you want from these? So they either lose a string on you. If he has no strings on you, you gain one on him. He gains a condition, or you take one forward.
I want to give him a condition.
Okay.
Let's title this condition Inferiority Complex.
Inferiority complex.
What's his name again? The new student?
Katsuro. Katsurou.
Okay.
Okay, and since you did a partial success, he gets to give you a condition in return. And he'll give you the condition... That's a good condition.
Also evil.
We'll give you
Arrogant?
Yeah, let's do arrogant. That's the word. So you gain the condition arrogant. And he kind of narrows his eyes a little bit, just kind of not feeling as haughty as he used to, not quite. And he just kind of stares at the both of you and he says, "You guys are monsters."
You ever want to talk?
Yeah, seriously. That's the pot calling the kettle, monster.
Oh dear, dear. Perhaps you should talk a little bit less. That was quite unpleasant to hear.
Really, I think you should talk a lot less. But that goes for everyone.
Well, for you in particular, I think you should talk a bit more. Don't you agree, Fenris?
Yes.
I mean, your end is near. It's just up to you to decide on what type of end you want. Do you want it to be slow, fast,
Wait,
painless,
what?
painful? And when I say painful, I'm going to blow a bit of smoke in his face while looking deep into his eyes.
Okay.
And begin a bargaining ceremony.
All right. Okay, so with bargaining, what does that do again?
They enter a sort of trance-like state where they can make bargains, exchanging strings and promises, I believe.
Okay. Sure.
All
What
right.
would you like to do?
So in this trance-like state, he's just going to be fixed with me standing in front of him in like a third-person point of view. I'm going to say, you know, well, Kelsey, this game of yours has been growing a bit boring. Now, I'll tell you this, you're going to die
What?
one way or another.
Wait, what?
I'm offering you here a way out. Well, more closely, I'll allow you to choose your demise. But I'm not a very benevolent fellow, as you might have drawn so far. If I do this and let you choose your own end, what would you do for me? If you have enough to offer, perhaps I might even feel inclined to loosen those chains around you a little bit.
Fenris can't hear this, by the way. This is sort of taking place on the astral plane or
Okay.
mental connection.
Right.
Just so everybody knows that we didn't stop and Fenris just stared. What? Like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
You think I'm gonna pick the coward's way out?
Oh, you want to be tortured to death? I mean, I've met a few people with those type of inclination, but that's a bit extreme, don't you think?
I'm used to monsters like you.
And now you as well. You're some of my best customers.
Well, it seems like my well has run a little bit dry right now.
That's sad to hear.
For you, at least.
For both of us, I would think. After all, if you have no value to me, then there's no value to your life at all. And if there's no value to your life, why bother leaving it? Why not just end it now?
Oh, I have a lot of value to my life.
Really? And what would that value be drawn from? Your subordinates? Those little puppets of yours? Quite sad, really.
As if you don't have yours yourself.
Oh, I have quite a few. But that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm making here is your demise are imminent the way things are going now. But they don't have to be.
I don't have anything to offer to you.
And this conversation shall come to an end here. I end the bargaining ceremony,
Okay.
somewhat disappointed.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to where I laid down my wine glass. I'm going to break it off at the stem, so the ends sharp and pointy.
Mm-hmm.
I see him do this, right?
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I'm just making a few small preparations for a bit later on tonight.
What does that mean?
Oh, you may be drunk, but you're not stupid. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm referring to.
No, I need you to say it. Were you planning on killing him right now?
Not now, obviously.
God.
Later, after I'm done having some fun with him.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I mean, from what I've gathered, he's quite into that sort of thing. I'm just...
So you're giving him what he wants then?
Some of his last wishes.
Why don't you just hang back for a second, okay? We need some answers. All right? Scary
All
it could
right.
go down for the Xerxes murder. Why don't we wait till
Fine. Feel free to question him.
just smoke another joints. Let's wait for Alaric to get
Question
here.
him.
All right. And in the meanwhile, Alaric, you are at Quilt Medical.
Okay, so on the way to Quilt Medical,
Yes.
we'd like to get a hold of the knife,
Okay.
wipe it off of Prince, and wipe the blood off the blade onto Xerxes' coat, just sort of subtly on the way there.
Okay.
When we get there, we're gonna call, come in, emergency. We need help. This man's been stabbed.
Okay. You see, actually working kind of as a secretary is Augustine. And as he sees you guys come in, he looks extremely confused before he goes to call the emergency team.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we're going to, just drop Xerxes off, pretend like he didn't know he was dead. We weren't sure. And hey, maybe they can resuscitate him. I don't know how long it's been. I don't know medical stuff. I'm just a card game player. Definitely don't know anything about murdering people.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets a chance, he's gonna give a statement of what's their name? Not Constantine. the person who had the blood on their hands. Iscariot. We're going to say that we heard a bunch of hysterics. We saw Iscariot trying to stem the bleeding. And we saw the transfer student with the pink hair laughing. And then he ran off, and we didn't see him after that.
Okay. Okay, so you give that to a police officer that is there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And he's going to make his escape with, he's going to say something like, I've got to go make sure my other friends are all right. You know, we lost them. And he's going to get out of there.
Okay.
And head down to the abandoned factory.
Okay. Okay, so I suppose we're going to go back to the factory now. And a couple minutes later, after this whole ordeal happens, Alaric shows up at the factory.
Huh. Surprised you didn't kill him.
Not a fucking murderer.
You might as well be.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, do I sense a self-righteous monologue coming?
No.
Really? Because that sounded like the start of one. And I know you came here for... Listen, I know you didn't transfer here because of coincidence. Oh, by the way, can we say that he left his gang like outside to warn us if somebody was going to come in? Because I don't think they're ready for this level of fucked up.
Okay.
Like, you got to ease in.
All right.
Okay, just start with probable murder and move up from there. I know you didn't come here because of family reasons or anything stupid like that. You were looking for something. What were you looking for? Why don't you tell me? And, in fact, I've got a better idea. Why don't we find out together? And what he's going to do is he's going to do the whole tarot reading thing in front of the guy, but he's really going to be focusing it on like getting him to say things that he shouldn't. He's not actually doing a tarot reading, he's just doing a cold reading. And speaking of cold readings, I'd like to roll it with cold. He thinks he's got all he can out of the actual, darkness thing. Instead, he's going to be vague and try to get the guy to admit more than he wants to.
Okay, so you're basically going to like shut him down in a way.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I'd like to take the forward one to finding out what his deal is from the tarot reading earlier.
Okay.
Okay. +1.
Okay, partial success. Okay. So he loses a string on you. If he has no strings on you, you gain one on him. He gains a condition, or you take one forward.
I'm going to give him the condition. How should I phrase this? He knows he's been found out. Oh, I know. The game's up.
All right. Oh, wow. Wow, nice. Okay. He's going to give you the condition monster.
Oof. Did you already have a condition, by the way?
Yes. I had... Alistair gave me one. Party pooper. So I'll add monster to that. Yeah. Apparently, I'm a monster who comes in and completely stops all parties.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Worst kind of monster.
Okay, so as you're doing this this reading kind of thing, trying to like gather info, what like kind of questions are you asking him or saying or whatever?
I'm saying broad things like, the Winged Hawk card. You came here for a reason. And, the Seeker. The Seeker in the dark. You're looking for something. And be vague about it like that. Say things like, why don't I give you some keywords instead?
Okay.
Monster, hunter, darkness, seeker, and killing. Just sort of try to get him to say things about that.
Okay.
You have an aura of darkness around you. You're connected with monsters, that sort of thing.
Okay. So you give him this condition, the game's up. And he already has the condition inferiority complex. So he starts thinking about these things that you're saying to him. All of these, like, mentions of monsters and of darkness and of moving for reasons and everything. And he says, my purpose was just to find you.
I'm going to make an assumption here and say he'll pull out another bullshit card like the first servant. You're not the one in charge here. You didn't send yourself, did you? You're working for someone.
I work for no one.
Interesting. Well, I think we've gotten all we're going to get. Fenris?
Yeah.
Could you go check on my friends? I'm worried that this guy's got some more people hypnotized.
All right, but we're going to talk about some things, you and I, later. So now he has the monster condition.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already kind of was a little, like, weirded out by him. Not weirded out, but, like, suspicious of him.
Mm-hmm.
So now I kind of definitely think, right, that there's something more supernatural with Alaric.
Mm-hmm.
Do I? Or was that, like, a fair thing to say?
Oh yeah. I mean, I just did a fucking ridiculously melodramatic tarot reading and insinuated that I could pull the truth out of the aether.
Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely I'm both like suspicious, but also more trusting of him now because I'm just saying it's out of character. But yeah, just because I also know that he's some type of supernatural.
I can make
Alistair weirds the fuck out of me. He just broke a wine glass and was like gonna torture him. So yeah, I'll go. Yeah, just watch him. Don't make sure he doesn't get away. He's a slippery one.
I've got a way to make sure. Well, let's just say he'll have to leave town.
Probably for the best.
He'll start shuffling a deck ominously.
He has to pay for exercises.
Don't worry, this is not going to be pleasant.
All right, so I guess Fenris will go outside, check on the peeps.
All right. You see Vincent, Michael, and Kokone just kind of like standing there. Michael is like super like antsy. He's like, dude, what the fuck's going on?
Nothing. We got him. We're questioning him. Just wanted to make sure you guys are fine.
All right. Well, we're fine. Yeah.
You don't feel anything funny? You don't feel like stabbing someone or me? Say
no.
No stabby. All right.
No stabby. No stabby, mister.
All right. Keep the watch. Fenris, go back inside. We're all good.
Okay.
What happened with Xerxes?
He didn't make it.
All right. Shit. Should Fenris roll cold right now?
To hold steady?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and I'm still kind of. Is the moon? I mean, there's still the moon kind of outside, though, right? Like there's windows and shit, and
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Free moonlight. Okay. Add 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right.
All right. So you get to ask me a question about the situation and take 1 forward to react to acting on that information.
For holding steady?
Yes.
Okay. I guess the question does what's his name? Shit. Sorry. Does Katsuro, does he I guess it'd be like, does he have any trump cards right now? Like, he seems pretty confident. Does he think like he can get out of the situation right now?
No.
He doesn't think that.
Nope.
Okay. So I know that. That's why I know that he's kind of trapped here.
Yeah.
I'll take 1 forward towards Katsuro, or just towards the shit that's going
towards
down.
acting on this information that you just found out.
Okay. All right. They're fine. So what were you saying, Alaric?
Well, I was saying that if you didn't want to kill him, you could leave him to me. I've got something that'll make him try to leave town as fast as possible and stay away.
I mean, can't we bring him to the police? I mean, he's the one responsible for Xerxes.
Yes, and I think we've got a decent shot at proving that, but the problem is... Actually, I think I've got a good idea. Knock him out.
With pleasure. So I want to do non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal damage.
Little D&D joke.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just knock him out? Do I have to roll? I mean, he's chained up.
Yeah, he's chained up, so
harm.
he's just
Like a little boop.
you know.
Little chop in the back. Hoo-jah!
Yeah, of course. That's how that works. Okay. Yeah, you knock him out.
Okay, well, I've got the murder weapon right here. And I see... Oh, what's this? I lean down and wrap his hand around it after wiping it off of my fingerprints. And then I put it in his jacket pocket. Oh my, I think this might be the murder weapon. Good thing we never touched it, and it still has the killer's fingerprints on it.
Okay. So what do we do with him now?
Now, untie him, lay him out, I'll call the police, and we'll say that you confronted him. He admitted to killing Xerxes to spite you, because Xerxes is your friend. And then the fact that he's got the murder weapon with his fingerprints on it will prove that he did it. And any talk of hypnotizing somebody who all they tried to do was staunch the bleeding from the wound will be dismissed as insanity.
All right. I like that plan. Let's do it.
Oh, also, make sure we say that he threatened those 3 people he was with. If they did anything that he didn't like, he was going to kill them. And if they decide to say, oh no, it's somebody else, or... I couldn't control myself and I killed them, we can just say that they're saying that because he threatened them.
All right.
All right. I'll call the police. 911. Hello. Emergency. My friend, he just stopped this guy. This other guy, he killed him. He
came right at me.
Listen, we're in that old abandoned factory, just north of Long Bench Park, okay? And my friend managed to knock him out, but the guy's got a knife, okay? And listen, just get here as fast as possible.
All right, and on the other hand, you hear the person, we'll get there as quickly as possible, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, and then I go out to talk to my gang and tell them that the new kid confessed to the whole thing, but so-and-so managed to knock him out.
Okay.
And that we weren't interrogating him so much as he was monologuing, and, we were just worried about you.
Okay.
And that's the plan.
Nice. You really are quite boring, aren't you, little gamer? Such tedious and quite inefficient plans. So many extraneous elements. Leave so much up to chance. Though I suppose that's in your nature, is it not?
Just because something appears to be left up to chance doesn't mean that it is. Why, this deck, which appears to be randomly shuffled. Oh, what's this? 4 of the same card. Huh. What are the odds of that? I don't leave anything up to chance.
So, how do you plan on getting the police to convict him? You say he confessed, but all we have here is your word against his.
What?
He's most likely going to testify that you knocked him out, placed the murder weapon in his hand, which obviously you did.
What, the word of 5 witnesses against 1? Don't worry about it, Alistair.
If I was you, I'd keep a closer eye on those 3 little puppets of his. Just might come into play here. Alistair just turns and starts walking out, leaving the factory.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are just gonna leave him over there?
We're gonna let Alistair go, but the 2 of us are gonna stand over the person we just knocked out and make sure he doesn't get back up.
Okay. All right.
Until the police get here.
Okay. So, well, the police will get there. Yes. And they kind of, enter the scene. Yeah. Kind of start questioning, like, okay, who are you, etc.
And that's when we'll tell them the story. We were at the dance Macabre. Shaq, our friend, came in screaming about somebody being stabbed. We walked outside. We saw Iscariot trying to staunch the blood flow with her hands. We saw this guy laughing and holding a knife. He chased him down. We went to the medical thing. By the time we caught up, he was monologuing about how he killed Xerxes to get back at Fenris, and then Fenris knocked him out, and I grabbed the knife, made sure I didn't get my fingerprints on it, and we called you, but said less matter-of-factly.
Of course. Okay. I want you to roll to keep your cool after lying about all of this.
All right. And with my gang there to corroborate my evidence and back me up, do I get a +1, or are they being like interrogated separately?
I suppose they're all there, kind of together.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like all afraid.
That's actually perfect because I don't want to seem too calm. I want to seem a little out of it. After all, I've just watched somebody die. This was murder.
Of course. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, the MC will tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it. Okay. So, basically, lying to the police is very obviously a bad thing. So I suppose, yeah.
No, he knows the risks. We're going through with it. Like, he knows exactly what the risks are. The risks are we go to jail for perjury. We're investigated by the police. All sorts of horrible things. So
Okay.
he just manages to keep his cool despite that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You did it. Okay. So now the police are kind of question Fenris, all the same stuff. You know, what's your recounting of the whole thing, etc.
Same. Kupachu. He saw him and I chased him down. We saw him over the body and he was laughing the whole way like a psycho. And then I cornered him in the factory. And as you can see, I had to punch him pretty hard in the face, but he went down.
Oh, he's drunk, by the way. So
Drunk.
no, this is Alaric in character.
Yeah.
You might want to wait for him to cool down.
Understood. All right. The police take your recounting anyways, just for record's sake and everything. I want you to roll to keep steady.
Okay. Do I get a +2 for that? Since am I exposed to the moon and all in this factory?
Yeah, I'll say there's a skylight kind of.
Okay. So I get a +2.
Is there any way I can help?
Drunk though. Or tipsy at this point. I did have all those wings. Oh, whoa!
Wow.
In the bag! Fenris coming
Nice.
through!
All right. So, you can ask me a question about the situation and take one forward to acting.
Are the cops buying it?
Yeah.
You can tell that they're pretty much buying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one forward toward like selling our story.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then of course the question, Michael and Kokone and Vincent. I'm gonna do quick cold rolls for them. We'll pray that they do okay.
Don't forget that they get a +1 since we're all gang together.
Okay. Okay, Vincent rolled a partial success. He's all right. Okane. Also partially success.
Come on, Michael, don't fail me now.
Oh,
Michael got a +1 because his werewolf friend is here.
No.
Oh, Michael may not have written that part in the note or known about it.
Fenris gives him a sultry look. Because Fenris, all of his looks now are sultry.
Is that
Can I roll hot?
Hey, that's not with the +1.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
He has a -1 to cold, so
Damn
I
it.
get +1.
Can Fenris? I was about to say before you. Can Fenris roll hot to try to give him a +1 for this because he's so emboldened by the lumpiness of Fenris? Yes.
Damn it.
All right.
Well, Michael doesn't know anything.
Yeah, Michael doesn't fucking know. He's just freaking out at this point. He's like, I don't know what's happening right now. And he starts freaking out.
Listen, if they decide to bring up his testimony, at the trial, all we need to do is bring in his Fur Affinity account, and it'll get that thing thrown out post-haste. Like, can you trust the word of someone who draws this? Okay, this should be good.
All right. Okay. So, Alistair, what are you doing right now?
Alistair would have went back to the club. See if anyone's still there.
All right. Right now at the club, no one is there anymore. No one that you would know, really.
Is the bartender still there?
Yes, of course he is.
All right. Walking through the door, Alistair's going to toss aside the broken wine glass now and kind of wipe his hand off on his jacket. He's going to sit down at the bar and order a scotch.
All right. He'll give you a scotch.
He's sitting there, kind of one hand on his chin, looking somewhat disheartened and bored. He's going to look at the bartender and say, "Tell me, do you ever get bored of the world? Of these trashy, mundane drunks in this bar day in and day out?"
I try to live on the positive side, you know? It's kind of funny most of the time, just watching drunk people do stupid things.
It's funny, I suppose. He dips one finger in and creepily stirs the scotch. Looks kind of awkward since it's a deep glass with only a tiny bit of liquid in it.
I'm really loving your character, by the way. Amazing.
He just kind of holds up the glass, kind of drinks it all in one go, slams it down and says, "Have you ever thought of doing something different with your life?"
I mean, it wasn't my dream to become a bartender.
Oh, really? And what were your dreams?
Hmm.
I'm just a bit curious.
You know, wanted to be an actor.
Oh, an actor. And why have you never been in a production?
I don't know, really. Never really bothered to, try out too many things.
I mean, that just can't stand. I mean, look at you, sir. You obviously have the physique for it.
Oh, thanks. You kind of
I
rushed
mean,
there a little.
when I walked in, I thought you were a movie star. I mean, I think I've seen you somewhere, have I not? Or at least I should have.
Oh,
Try and turn on the bartender.
okay, go for it.
Oh, good, good.
Mark experience. He says, I mean, you're just some kid, though.
Young, but I've done a great many things. Quite a few things that you could hardly even imagine. He stands up from the bar now and looks at the bartender and says, "If you ever do feel like pursuing that dream of yours of becoming a movie star, do come find me. I think we could perhaps strike a little bit of a deal." And he leaves the nightclub.
All right. Okay. What's I think this would be a nice place to leave off until next session.
Yeah.
To find out the conclusion of what happens and all of that stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I suppose we'll end it there. Once again, if you'd like to get a discount code for Monsterhearts or any of the other games by Avery Elder, please go check out our discount code at her store. You can find her store at buriedwithoutceremony.com, and the discount code is Chronos. 10% off. Pretty good. Do you guys have any shout outs?
We got some big news for tomorrow.
Oh yes, we do.
So tomorrow in New London, Cole, to continue the adventures of Cole, the cowboy kobold, but he is joined by some new friends, including Genji, as a super interesting character. Definitely check it out. Yeah, so we'll both be at New London tomorrow at 6 p.st. On Cronus World.
Anyone else?
Shout out to Genji. You're the only person I know on social media.
Thank you.
I heard there's some sort of New London thing going on, but I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Shout out to the other players for being awesome. That's it.
Well, shout back at you, sir.
All right. So thank you again for watching. If you like our stream and everything, please check us out on Discord. Please check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, and check us out tomorrow for New London, which is going to be exciting because, you know, it's going to be some new beginnings and everything. I'm going to be on it. So.
And same old friends.
Yes. Oh, yes. Definitely come for the cowboy. Yep. And on Friday, we'll have Battle Arena. So definitely go check that out as well. And if you'd like to be a part of Battle Arena, also come check out our Discord because you know what? You can sign up for it. And yeah, on Monday, we're going to start our Shadowrun campaign, Harmony City, which I'm also going to be a part of, just saying.
You are the stream, Genji.
I am the stream. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking us out, hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
So long.